Y'all already know what time it is. This is the space for women to get real, raunchy, and spiritual. We share our experiences as we learn to live unapologetically, authentically, and in our highest vibrations. So grab your tequila, your wine, your juice, whatever suits your fancy, and let's get to it. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Living in Alignment, a space for you to be authentically you. It's your host, Janasia B. Let's get into it because your girl has a lot on her mind this evening. So it's 2:00 in the morning, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm just thinking about my time here in Mexico City and how it's coming to an end. Thank God. Y'all, this has been the move from fucking hell. I can't even pretend that it has not been. You feel me? I'm sitting here and I'm not gonna hold y'all. I just finished crying and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Let me give y'all a little bit of context. So I moved out here with some thousands in my account. You feel me? And I came here with the intention of eventually going to Europe. Don't know which part of Europe I was going to go to, but that was the intention, to go to Europe. Mexico City was just a soft landing. Because I was experiencing so much turmoil when I first got here, I tried to stay the course to really just give Mexico City a chance. I'm not gonna hold y'all, everything was just pointing to get the fuck out. And I did not do that. So this past week, I was like, yo, I need to start looking for jobs. I started looking for jobs. Actually, it's been 2 weeks that I've been looking for jobs. Y'all, I done applied to over 100 jobs and I was just rejected from all of them. And I'm not gonna hold y'all, that shit really pissed me off because I know I have credentials and I know I have experience and I know that I can do the work. And I'm like, yo, this must be something spiritual. There must be some type of spiritual blockage that's happening. So I'm sitting there with my ancestors, I'm sitting here with my spiritual team, and I'm like, yo, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Y'all, that's when it dawned on me that your girl hasn't been praying right. And hell, you probably ain't been praying right too if you've been taught the same way I have. So I've been taught that God is in the sky and you have to ask God for all that it is that you desire. God is your source, God is your strength, God is your protector, God is your provider, blah, 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 blah. Even though in the church, I still have been praying in that same manner. I'm like, okay, y'all help. Hey, I'm over here. Hey, please, please, please. You know, it's like I'm begging my ancestors to help me out here. And I don't know, like something yesterday, it was like, yo, like I'm praying, quote unquote, and it's just going into the fucking ethers and no one is hearing me. Spirit ain't hearing me. My ancestors ain't hearing me. Like, don't get me wrong. They protect. My ancestors come through and protect me every time. But when it comes to the things that I quote unquote desire, I'm like, yo, I'm not getting what I asked for. I prayed for a G-Wagon. Why I ain't get it? You couldn't ask those questions because if you were asking those type of questions, you were questioning God. And if you were questioning God, you were disrespecting God in my house. So I'm just like, okay, can't ask questions. But now that I'm an adult, right? Fast forward to and I'm like, yo, if I've been praying the same way and I'm not getting the results that I desire, maybe I'm praying wrong. And I asked myself like, yo, what is prayer? So I did some research. I found this reverend named Michael Bernard Beckwith. I think that's how you say his name. So Rev said that prayer is the frequency of the thing that you desire. And I was like, huh? Like I really just didn't get it. Once I continued to think about it, I was like, okay, for me, prayer is going into a meditative state. Prayer isn't about just asking God, Shekinah, Allah, whomever for something. Prayer is about communicating with spirit and the rest of your spiritual team, right? But I want to take it a step further. Meditative prayer is when you go into a meditative state. Meditation is when you observe your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and awareness, right? And you couple that with communication that you are having with spirit. So I like to do meditative prayer when I'm going into a deep meditative state where I'm focusing my mind and I'm observing what spirit is saying and how my body feels. And I'm also communicating with spirit. But I think I've been doing the shit wrong because Reverend said spirit doesn't speak English. And I'm like, huh? Like the language that spirit speaks is frequency, is vibration. And I'm like, oh shit. So you could be talking to spirit and you could say, yo, spirit, however, your relationship with spirit is. And you say, I really want this job, let's just say. And spirit is like, okay, you said that you want this job, but your frequency is off. Your vibration is off. Your vibration says otherwise. Your vibration says that you don't want this job. So I'm going to go according to the vibration, because I don't speak English. I speak vibration. I speak frequency. And I realized like, yo, everything that I've asked for, everything that I quote unquote prayed for, a lot of the stuff I did not get because my frequency wasn't on the same vibration as the thing that I wanted. And that was another thing that Rev said. You got to get on the frequency. You got to get on the frequency of spirit. You got to get on the frequency of the thing that you desire. So you have to visualize that it's already yours, because in the spiritual realm, it is already yours. It's already yours. You just have to bring it down into this 3D realm. But in the spiritual realm, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you ask for, that shit is yours, boo. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy as fuck. So this whole time I've been sitting here like, yo, I want this. Yo, I need this. Yo, I want that. I want this job. I want this. I want ba 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 ba. And I'm sitting here and I'm having this conversation with spirit. I'm having this conversation with my spiritual team. And I'm thinking that it's just not meant for me, when really my frequency and my vibration just been low as fuck. My frequency and my vibration hasn't been on the same level of spirit. So because it hasn't been on the same level of spirit, of course I couldn't manifest the thing that it is that I wanted. Of course I couldn't manifest the job that I desired. I couldn't manifest it because my vibration wasn't even fucking high. Let's just say my vibration is at a low 2 and the job that I want is at a high 7. And here I am talking about I want da 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 da. Spirit probably looking at me like, girl, the language that you speaking, the language that your aura is speaking to me says otherwise. Fuck is you talking about? And I'm like, damn. Like when I had that revelation, y'all, I was like, damn, this shit has been so fucking hard, and it probably didn't even have to be. Don't get me wrong, everything is not easy. Living in alignment is not all theories and butterflies and shit, right? But I don't think that a lot of the things that I've gone through would have been so draining if I had this concept under my belt. Y'all, another thing I learned in my little cry fest is that when I've been praying, I've been going into prayer with the wrong intention. So what I've learned is that when you go into prayer, you have to go into prayer without the intention of receiving something back. You go into prayer to have a conversation. You go into prayer, specifically meditative prayer. You go into it to observe who you truly are. You go into prayer to observe what it is that spirit is trying to communicate to you. You go into prayer to understand what version of you is trying to emerge, what gift is trying to emerge. You don't go into prayer asking for something or expecting to receive something just because you are lifting your words up to spirit. You go into prayer to lift your frequency to that of spirit. When you lift your vibration to the frequency of spirit, that is when you are peeling back the layers to reveal the true you. The God frequency, you are on the level of spirit, because spirit is a part of you and you are a part of spirit, the all. You are a part of the all. Your spirit, your soul, your true self, your higher self is a part of the all, right? So that is the highest vibrational expression of you. That's not your personality. That's not who you think you are. That's not your thoughts, beliefs, emotions. None of that. Your true self is the you underneath all of those layers. And what's so crazy is that you were created perfectly in spirit's image. Perfectly. Spirit created you the way that spirit wanted to create you. And then when the world got a hold of us, the world said, no, you got to do this. No, you can't talk like this. No, you got to do your hair like this. No, you got to change your name to this. But spirit said that you were perfect, period. You didn't need to alter yourself. And essentially, we become caricatures of ourselves. And once I realized that, yo, I've been operating in a way that hasn't really been the true me, and I've been disconnected from the true me for so long, that's probably why shit is going the way it's fucking going. But I digress. I'm gonna get to that in a moment. Let me get back to prayer. So when we're talking about prayer, we are talking about peeling back those layers, getting on the same vibrational frequency as spirit, and that is when we can live out our soul contract the way we are meant to. Y'all, I'm not gonna hold you. When I say shit got real in here, shit got fucking real. Your girl was in here crying, snotting, carrying on like, oh my gosh. Like the epiphanies, the revelations, I wasn't ready for all at one time, but apparently Spirit said you ready, so I'm about to give it to you. This is what's up. This is what it is. You want to get out this karmic cycle that you in? This is what's going on. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I mean, boo-hooing, y'all. Like, I was boo-fucking-hooing. It's about to get real, so let's take a moment. Go grab your wine, your tequila, your tea, whatever suits your fancy, and we'll come right back. Hey lady, I know you're busy listening to the show, but I just wanted to interrupt and say I appreciate you. Out of all the podcasts out in podcast land, you decided to listen to me, and I just want to say thank you, boo. Living in alignment is not easy, and while this is a labor of love, it is labor nonetheless. So, if you want to support the show monetarily, you can always donate via PayPal or buy me a coffee. See the link in the show notes. And if you don't have the coin, I get it, sis. Sharing with a friend is more than enough. Now, let's get back to the show. Okay, so we know how to pray now. We know that when we are praying, we are entering a deep meditative state where we are having a conversation with Spirit, and the goal and the intention of said prayer is not to necessarily ask for anything, but to raise our vibrations to the frequency of Spirit and to peel back the layers of who we think we are and be who we truly are. Okay? That is the purpose of prayer. Boom. Now, something else that has dawned on me since I've been in Mexico City is that your girl has been blocking her blessings. And baby, maybe you have been blocking your blessings too. Wait, you may feel that the blessings that's meant for you, they ain't making it to you. It's like, Spirit, you done forgot about me. Ancestors, you done forgot about me. What's going on? But I was watching this podcast episode with Tabitha Brown, y'all. Y'all know I love me some Auntie Tab. And she says something about your true, like the true you, the authentic you, and how our blessings don't necessarily make it to us. Our blessings don't make it to us because we're not acting as our true selves. We are not being our true selves. So let me interpret that in the alignment way. When I think of spirit, I think of an energy. I don't think of a sex. I don't think of a gender. I just think of an energy, right? And I think of the blessings being sent to us in envelopes, let's just say. And there's being sent to us, our true self, but they're not making it to us because we're not acting, or we're not being, or we're not walking as our true selves. We're walking as caricatures of ourselves. So the blessings are just sitting there like piles of mail, just sitting there waiting for us to open them up. And we can't open them because they're not meant for the caricature. They're not meant for the mask. They're meant for our true, authentic selves. And it's like, y'all, when I say, I was sitting here like, oh my gosh, like when I really thought about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, a lot of us are blocking our own blessings, and we don't even realize how we're blocking our own blessings because we're just trying to survive. All right, so I done said all of that, but how do we get out of survival mode? How do we reconnect and reveal who we truly are so that we may live in alignment with our soul contract, so that we may live joyous lives, so that we may live lives that fulfill us, right? Don't worry, I got y'all in the next segment. All right, y'all, it is time for my favorite segment of the show, Rocking Chair Wisdom. This segment is where we take practical knowledge and we learn how to walk and live in alignment and be joyous and live our best lives. You feel me? So we talked about prayer. We talked about meditative prayer. We talked about true selves. We talked about frequency. We talked about spirit. How do we lift our vibrations so that we are on the same frequency as spirit? How do we reveal our true selves to ourselves so that we're not being the caricature of ourselves, but we are walking and talking and living as we are supposed to, as we are meant to, as the person that is in our soul contract? So the first step is acknowledging that we haven't been walking the way we needed to because of survival. It ain't your fault, boo. I get it. The second step is to create spiritual practices. Now, I got my notes, y'all. I got my notes because, like I said, Reverend was going in and I was like, okay, I understand.
So we have to identify spiritual practices. Our spiritual practices are the things that we do to remain in alignment with our prayer, or the things that we do to remain in alignment or to remain vibrating at the frequency of spirit, or the frequency of our highest self. Remember, the frequency of spirit and the frequency of your highest self, it's the same, because your highest self, your true self, that's a part of spirit. All right. We have to create spiritual practices that keep us grounded, that extracts us from the outside world, that extracts us from the distractions of this world, and that brings us in alignment with spirit. For myself, I like to make myself some tea in the morning. I like to journal. I like to light me a candle. I like to call on my ancestors. I like to pull cards. Sometimes I might sit and I might say a prayer out loud, or I might just do a nice breath work meditation. It really all depends on you. Whatever it is that you need to do to extract yourself from this world that's full of distractions, that's what you do. Whatever it is that you need to do to focus your mind on your connection and your relationship with spirit and your spiritual team, and rediscovering and reconnecting with your true self, that's what you do. Okay? So create spiritual practices. Do these every single day. Every single day. They don't have to be long, extensive rituals, but you just need to have it in place. I personally like to have a ritual in the morning and a ritual in the evening. Now, don't get me wrong, since I've been up, moving around, etc., I really haven't had the opportunity to do my ritual like how I did when I was at home. But my morning ritual, I absolutely can't start my day without my morning ritual. And if I start my day without my morning ritual, I'm gonna be a straight bitch. I need to have my me time. I need to have my spiritual time. I need to have that. I still need to have my evening ritual as well, but I'm working on it. You know, this living in alignment shit, this shit ain't perfect and it ain't easy. So, give yourself grace. Next, you want to do things that light you up. Whatever that may be, whether that's cleaning your house, whether that's doing a podcast, whether that's public speaking, whether that's painting, whatever it is that sets your soul on fire, that's what you do. And finally, move your body. Y'all, I'm moving from Mexico City sooner rather than later. Watch. And the next place that I go to, I'm planning on doing a whole bunch of activities, from yoga to HIIT class to Pilates, rock climbing, you name it. I have to move my body. And I have to move my body because I have so much stagnant energy within my body that needs to be moved. You feel me? So I suggest the same thing to you all. Do something that allows movement. Yoga, kickboxing, HIIT class, Pilates, trap yoga, whatever. Hell, if you just want to do a couple twerks in the mirror, do something to move that energy. It's essential. So let's recap, y'all, before I let y'all get up out of here. I just got to make sure that you got it. So remember, number one, the purpose of prayer is not to ask for something, but to get into a deep meditative state with spirit and have a conversation where you raise your vibration to the frequency of spirit. The purpose is for you to peel back the layers of your not self and reveal to yourself who you truly are. You feel me? Our blessings miss us because we are constantly operating in ways that are not conducive to who we truly are. We can raise our frequency by doing different things. You feel me? First, we have to acknowledge that this exists in the first place. That's number one. Number two, we can listen to binaural beats. I don't know if I said that earlier, but I'm going to say it now. Listening to binaural beats is definitely going to help us raise our vibrations. Number three, meditate. Get into deep prayer. Number four, ground, y'all. Go outside. Number five, do things that light you up. And number six, move your body. I hope this episode resonated with someone out there. And as always, if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and share with a friend. Until next time, y'all, stay aligned, stay you, love, peace, and high vibrations.